Welcome to Hot 97 News Atlanta, a brand new live news show where we break down all the hottest stories going down in the city. I'm your host, Lana Harris, here with Ronndell with 2 N's.
You dig?
And Million.
You dig?
Okay.
There it goes. There it goes.
You dig? You feel me?
There it goes. You got to watch the last one. See, this is how we cross promotion. You got to watch the last one to understand what just happened here. But let's just dive into this talking about Young Thug. Because he just was in the news forever when he had a trial here, and this is just another update to do with that.
Yeah, he
hasn't let you go yet. No.
He went. So y'all remember his RICO case, right? Back in 2023, huge, big. So they seized everything out of that RICO case. Took all of his stuff when he went to prison
and banned him from the city
and banned him from Atlanta.
It's like crazy.
He only could come to Atlanta to do charity events, shows, and things like that. He couldn't stay here, so he moved to Miami or whatever.
Right.
Now they're giving all of his stuff back.
Crazy.
Which I think is, super dope. I mean, almost like a slap in the face, to be totally honest with you. It's like a slap in the face.
To him or to the prosecution?
To the prosecution. It's like, yo, give me my stuff back, bro. I told y'all. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they're giving back over $149,000 in cash, multiple firearms, which I think is absolutely wild that they're giving him his guns back.
Oh, yeah, that's crazy.
And all of his vehicles, Corvette, Jeep, Dodge, just all of his stuff. So I think him getting his stuff back, bruh, one is them letting him have his guns back, I think is the wildest thing ever. Like, what?
Based on what the allegations were.
Come on, man.
I mean, so what? Why? I thought, and in fact, when I saw you put this story in, I was thinking that he was going to get everything back except the guns.
No. They get,
that's crazy.
So that they had to give it back because in Georgia, prosecutors, they can seize up whatever they want for a crime, right? So, but in order to do so, after this whole entire thing happened with the case and everything, how he beat the case, they was like, oh, you need to give it back. But the court was like, oh, no, we need to appeal that. You have to go through a whole entire process where you have to appeal in order to stop them from getting their things back. But the court was supposed to put in a couple of transcripts in there, do some paperwork, but they never did. But they was telling the judge that they was putting in paperwork. They was putting in these appeals. But the judge was like, okay, it's been 90 days. Where is the appeal?
Okay.
The prosecution ended up folding, and they eventually was like, well, we never put in the paperwork to actually appeal this thing.
Yeah, they fumbled the entire case.
Right.
Fumbled the entire thing.
It's weird. You know
how
our legal
lying.
system is. Yeah. They say, I can't necessarily say they were lying, but they came out and was like, yeah, we folded the bag, basically.
So the prosecutors filed an appeal, but they didn't order the required court transcript.
Right. So if we get really deep into it, so the records, so a court reporter was involved. Give me a second.
No, I'm trying to understand. I'm not trying to look at you crazy. I'm trying to understand.
So whoever is appealing in the case, which in this point was the state, was supposed to pay for a court reporter to get the documents.
Okay.
The state said they did, but they never actually got the court reporter.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah, to get those documents.
Yeah.
So they were just saying, asking for more and more delays.
Yeah, they was trying to delay it more and more and more. And eventually it got to 90 days, and the judge was like, okay, so what's going on? Then they was like, well, we never actually got a court reporter for the documents. Right.
Fumble, bro.
They fumbled it.
So the judge said they mismanaged the appeals process and just gave him all his stuff back.
He was like, you know what? Give him everything back at this point.
Hey, bro, that's gold.
Yeah.
That's gold. Shout out to Young Thug for getting that, bro. It was a lot. It was, what's dope, though? I wouldn't say it's dope, but after they got out of all this trouble, I don't know if they actually got out of all the trouble, but after they got home, bro, so much stuff has just happened where it's just like, bro, what in the way? Thing after thing after thing after thing after thing with Gunna, with this. Now he getting all of his stuff back. It's like, now Thug caught a little bit. This is like a little break for Thug.
Right.
Because he was definitely getting jabs, bro, for a while, dog.
I don't think Thug was hurting for the money, though. I don't think he was.
Not no $149,000.
Yeah, for sure. I think this is more of a reflection on the prosecution of South Fulton. This is it's like, how do y'all keep on fumbling these high-profile cases?
The whole case was fumbled, and that's what I was just trying to look up right here, because I remember there was something strange that had happened in his case, and the controversy was the judge got kicked off the case. There were like 3 judges in this case. It was very strange. But the judge got kicked off the case after secretly meeting with prosecutors and a key witness, Lil Woody, who was just making everybody crack up every time he got on the witness stand. Mm-hmm. And the defense wasn't present, so they got a whole, mistrial accusation and fight that ended up brewing. And Brian Steele, Young Thug's lawyer, didn't reveal how he found out. The judge kept asking him, how did you find out about this secret meeting? And Young Thug's lawyer was like, it doesn't matter. I'm not telling you. You had a secret meeting. This is crazy. And the whole thing just fell apart. So this whole case to me is strange. And the fact that it ended with Young Thug just getting all his stuff back because of another error is crazy.
Yeah.
Boy, that's crazy.
They keep on folding, man. Fanny. And it's not all on Fanny, because, I'm sure she didn't have her hand throughout all of this process.
Yeah.
But it's like, you got to get your office in line. It's tough. It's tough.
Because I don't know what's going on here. A conspiracy brain would say that this was done somehow on purpose, because this worked out a little too well.
Oh, wait, Young Thug getting in trouble, or him getting his stuff back? Oh,
got off easy compared to what he could have ended up. Didn't he avoid all the murder charges?
Avoided everything. Everything.
That was the worst of the charges, and then he got banished from the city. But now you get all your stuff back.
Yeah,
boy,
his defense team played it very smart. His defense team played it very smart, because technically you're not even supposed. They agreed that there wasn't going to have a court reporter. But then he ended up hiring one because he knew they were dragging their feet.
Oh.
He's strategic.
You know what? And that's why his lawyer ended up on Diddy's trial. He was like, Didn't Brian Steele end up going over to... Yeah. I swear I'm not making that up.
I'm not sure, but
Did Brian Steele go work on Diddy's case? I swear
I thought he quit Diddy's case, though.
I don't know if he quit. But I'm like 80% sure. I'm not lying to you right now. But yes, he did. According to ChatGPT, he did go join his defense team in 2025.
Ooh,
yeah, man.
And you see how that ended up.
Come on over here.
Hey, that's a fire lawyer.
Oh, he's bank.
Yeah.
Money. He ain't cheap.
Speaking of Miss Fonnie Willis, boy... the streets want to know what this lady was thinking in her prosecution of Trump, that relationship she had with Nathan Wade, the lead prosecutor on that case. That ended up making that whole case pretty much go away. And now Trump is saying he wants his money back from Fonnie Willis's office over that election interference case, which really means you'll be paying for this, Atlanta, Fulton County. That's basically what this means. So specifically, Trump is asking for $6.26 million in attorney's fees and legal costs from that election interference case. And that is because the 2020 election interference case against him and 18 other people was dismissed, I should say. So this request, this is what I think is the craziest part about this. This request is based on a law that was passed in 2024 that allows defendants to recover the legal fees if a prosecutor is disqualified for improper conduct and the case is later dismissed. And this case was literally dismissed after Fonnie Willis was removed from the case because of an appearance of impropriety, it being improper, because of that relationship with Nathan Wade. So if we're following here, putting it all together, she gets removed from the case because it looks like it's improper. And then in 2024, there's a Georgia law that says if this happens to you, you get your money back.
Right. And see, their whole entire office is arguing that that law is unconstitutional. They're saying that it retroactively punishes the prosecutors, and it kind of makes sense because it's like if you fold a case, now you have to pay for it.
Yeah,
and she wasn't actually found liable for anything legally or criminally. It was just it looked like it was improper.
Right.
It wasn't even like they definitely said, you have done something illegal here. It just looked improper. So she was booted from the case. Right. The new guy comes in and just says, I'm not doing this, and just dismissed the case. I think that this case was dismissed a couple of weeks after this new person. Yeah, less than 2 weeks after taking it over.
Yeah.
So then now Trump gets to say, oh, by the way, I want my money back from all the legal fees. And the Fulton County residents are paying for it because it's coming from her office.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's tough because if I'm a prosecutor, I'm just doing my job.
Exactly.
I'm just doing my job. And now I got to pay. That's crazy.
At the same time, I do understand where Trump is coming from, because if I end up being found either innocent or I am not found guilty, the case is dismissed, you don't actually have enough evidence to bring this case against me, yeah, give me my money back from having to fight this. You can't even, this is all, you just wasted my time. So I get where he's coming from, but that's just Fulton County residents, you would be paying it. If this happens, this coming out of basically your taxpayer wallet. But
$6 million? We got to pay $6 million?
About $6 million, man.
Sheesh.
A little over $6 million. 6.26, I think.
Yeah,
okay. Also, the suspects in the burglary of Shedeur Sanders' home are from the Atlanta area, and apparently they used a stolen rental car. So say police.
Yeah, they did. Do y'all know about this?
Nah.
Not like you do.
Okay.
I know you've been looking into this.
So, November 16th, Shedeur's got drafted to the Browns, all right?
Yes.
So, he's star player at Colorado, goes over to the Browns. Now, Shedeur's already making money.
Right.
You know what I mean? He ain't coming to the Browns broke.
This is Deion Sanders' son, right?
Deion Sanders' son. Yeah. So, he gets over buys a nice little crib in Ohio and gets broken into. And all of his stuff got stolen. $200,000 worth of stuff.
Oh my God.
Got stolen in his house. A ton. Now, here's the thing. Nobody knew who did this. And he got online and he was in press conferences like, hey, if y'all could just send me some gifts, like I ain't got no gifts. Like it's like, dude, you're a millionaire. Let's not get into it. But he was being funny. Like, hey, can y'all send me stuff for Christmas? I ain't got no stuff like that.
That is funny.
And it's crazy that they just now found the dudes and they were from Atlanta. And what's wild is, bro, you drove from Atlanta to Ohio to steal.
That's crazy.
I'm telling you right now, bro, as soon as they would have came to me with this plan and be like, hey, man, we're going to go to Ohio to break in Shedeur. Where are we going? Ohio. Yeah, you can count me out, bro. I'm not driving.
How far of a drive is that?
I'm not driving to Ohio. It's got to be 9 hours.
At least 9 hours.
10 hours, yeah, bro. I'm not driving 9 hours
crazy.
to steal.
Dang.
Bruh, what? I can go to any of these neighborhoods right up here in Johns Creek. Get into the house right there.
Don't promote that.
Oh, I'm just, my bad.
No, but that's so true.
It's real.
Snellville, you're right. I can see what you're saying. You don't want to just put that bro on the rich people are living.
30 minutes up the street and you can steal. You go to Shedeur house and steal. That makes me know that either Shedeur, like, he didn't make your bet or something. Like, your parlay must have hit with Shedeur for you to go all the way up there. That's a long drive to go steal from somebody, bro. That is a personal steal there.
They really had a road trip. If you think about it, they had to make a couple stops. They probably took a nice little couple photos of the mountain areas.
They got snaps in the wheel.
Oh, God.
You know what I'm saying? They had to switch drivers.
They had to switch drivers. Hey, bro, let me take over real quick.
It's a whole thing that had to happen for this trip to happen, bro.
But I bet they were thinking, like, if we're successful, he's paying for all of it.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Everything we have, this trip is paid for. All these snacks, all the gas, paid for if we pull this off.
The gas. That's a great point you make.
And
who was paying for gas? Because if you're going to steal from somebody's house, that means you broke, right? You know what I mean? So I mean, bro, you got to have at least $100, $200 to make it from Atlanta to Ohio. You know what I mean?
So apparently these guys were arrested with guns on them, and some had outstanding warrants. One suspect also had some weed on him when he was arrested, according to the police. So that is crazy.
Yeah. Well, it was allegedly Pac-Man Jones, his house was broken into by these same dudes.
Oh.
Yeah. So Pac-Man Jones' house was broken in by these same guys. And Pac-Man Jones actually helped them find them with this video.
Oh,
actually.
man.
Yeah. So he got security footage of them breaking into his crib. So I guess they got I don't know what their fetish is for football players, but, it's kind of weird that they only break into football players' houses.
Just kicking the door, huh?
Yeah.
That's it, huh? That's crazy.
They don't want to break into no basketball players' cribs or nothing like that. Like,
boxer?
You know what I'm saying?
I always ask the question, like, why? So they made that drive to break into a black person's crib. They could have just like you said, go down the street. Why it always got to be our own people?
Right up the street.
We always choose our own people. They hit 2 NFL players. They chose 2 black ones.
2 black ones.
That is messed up.
Y'all could have went right to Arthur Blank's house. He lived in Atlanta somewhere. Y'all could have went right to Arthur Blank's house. Hit him up. I'm pretty sure Arthur Blank got mega millions at the crib. Something worth $1 million in the house.
Like, that is crazy. That's hating. That's self-hatred at its
finest.
Always
make it about race.
I'm not trying to, but like, it just it makes sense. Make sense.
That is true. There are richer people than Shedeur Sanders.
Way richer, bro.
Way closer.
Y'all could have stole from the owner of the Browns, dog. What are we talking about, bro? Y'all went to Shedeur house and stole a couple Gucci belts and some Amiri jeans or something. Like, y'all didn't even steal nothing probably worth anything, dog.
Crazy.
200,000, and y'all could have went to somebody's house and got $1 million off of one golden fork. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it don't make no sense to me, bro. It don't make no sense.
Meanwhile, a Coweta County man apparently, according to police, opened fire on an Amazon delivery driver early in the morning. That Amazon driver was just trying to make a delivery. Crazy. And this is a 22-year-old suspect here, Timothy Bradley. There he is on your screen. And he's been charged after allegedly firing multiple shots at this Amazon delivery driver. And the first thing I thought of when I saw this story was, why?
Yeah, why?
It's the most random thing I've ever heard of.
Yeah, but also, Amazon delivers their packages really, really either early or really, really late. So this is at 4:45 a.m. So that's like, I've had a package delivered from Amazon at like 3 in the morning one time, 4 in the morning. And it's like, hey, man, you walk outside on accident, 4 o'clock in the morning, you see somebody dropping off a package to your front door.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of get where he coming from a little bit, just a little bit, but at the same point, like, I don't know, man.
I think that's where I think I did a poor job of explaining a little bit of this story. So this person might have thought that this was kind of a break-in type of situation. So this was an early morning delivery that this Amazon driver was doing, again, 4:45 in the morning, and this is in Moreland, Georgia. And it is a residential area near an Amazon fulfillment center. But apparently, Bradley fired these 6 shots at the driver, so say police, after she identified herself as an Amazon delivery driver. And I take this to mean that I guess he thought that this was somebody who was coming to break into his house, even though police say that the driver was parked on a public street, not on Bradley's property, and identified herself initially. And police say he fired 3 of those shots after she identified herself.
I'm the Amazon.
Please.
I'm the Amazon.
Package, you gotta pack that,
hey, relax. I'm the Amazon. It's probably your bullets for your gun. To be honest with you, order some bullets. I got them.
But now that I'm hearing it, he probably just saw that UPS video. Y'all remember that UPS story that just came out?
True.
No.
Well, it was like maybe like a month ago.
Fake
This UPS driver, so people was dressing up as UPS drivers in this. Yeah,
I remember that.
People was dressing up as UPS drivers and broke into this family's home and shot a lot of people. So maybe he saw that video because these criminals nowadays are getting real creative. I'm not saying what he did was okay.
Yeah.
But maybe he was just like not having it. You know?
I feel you. I mean, that's a possibility. Or he's from Coweta. I doubt he saw that video.
What is Coweta?
I doubt it. I doubt he saw that video, to be honest with you. But I do feel you, though, bro.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Because that is valid. But at the same time, Coweta County deputies say that you should call the police. You don't have to just shoot at somebody because they're on your property.
That part.
Even if you don't remember, because he claims he doesn't recall ordering anything from Amazon. But at the same time, if you look outside, the Amazon truck or whatever the truck is parked on a public street, not on your property. You don't just shoot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then ask questions later. That's crazy.
And see, here's the thing. He's 22, so we don't know if he's, he got a girl or something, or he lived with his parents. And none of those details were in the story, so we don't know. But, I mean, I'm thinking that somebody had to order something too. In Coweta County, I mean, either it's 2 places in Coweta, bro. You either got the super, but the super
don't insult people in Coweta.
country areas. I'm not going. It's my bad because I know a few people from Coweta.
Yeah, same.
So you got the super country area, or you got the suburbs of Coweta. So depending on where he was at, I can get where he's coming from. But yeah, man, you.
And what if your mom ordered you something? What if somebody was literally giving you a gift? You can't just shoot somebody who's
Timothy, that's your gift. Don't kill her. Don't kill her. That's your gift.
That's crazy.
That's wild, bro.
Does Amazon actually like send notifications saying that they're on the way?
They do.
So there's zero excuse for this, dog.
If it wasn't his order, like we don't know what the situation is for real.
Yeah.
So if somebody sent a package to his house, or if she was at the wrong spot, like what if she was just walking up? We don't know. She could have been walking up. Oh, my bad. It's not this place. It's this place. And before she figured it out, she's dodging bullets.
I know one thing. She's about to get paid from Amazon.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, 1,000.
Amazon better pay her.
1,000%.
Amazon better pay her.
Because some of these people...
Safety? There has to be some type of safety pay.
I thought they were like contracted workers in some cases and not necessarily under the Amazon like umbrella.
Well, if that's
a question.
Well, if that's the case, they have to start letting these Amazon people carry guns now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I will say, and
like how
I don't know...
the money drop, people that drop off money, the people that drive the big old money trucks. I don't even know what the name of it did. You know,
like little armor trucks.
Yeah, the armor trucks. Yeah, they carry.
Yeah,
Brinks. Yeah. They carry the guns.
Yeah.
So Amazon. I feel like Amazon is up there with Brinks.
I will say the first time an Amazon worker came in their personal car, I was freaked out because I didn't know they were doing that.
I forgot they do that.
They will show up in like a Honda Civic.
You know what?
And pull right up into your driveway.
She probably was in her regular car. I didn't even think of that, bruh. She probably wasn't in one of the little new Amazon cars. You feel me? So, yeah, I mean, hey, listen, Timothy, we're not saying you right, brother, but at the same time, we're not saying you wrong either. You know what I mean? You could be, listen, you could be. You could be right.
Amazon's got to give them a hat or something that's easily, like, distinguishable as
what do you mean?
Is my guy.
They got a little
vest. The vest.
The vest.
The whole nine.
But he clearly couldn't see at night.
Yeah.
I guess 4:45, at night, early morning hours, that's crazy.
Amazon, pay that girl, though.
Pay her.
Please pay that girl.
Hey, sis.
Man.
Yeah. Because she went through it for y'all. That's crazy. That's crazy.
That gotta classify as workers' comp.
Yeah, somewhere, bro. Somewhere, dog.
Okay, well, we will leave things right there, and we'll be right back after the break. Welcome back, everybody. Question for you. Would you or should you put your child in daycare?
No.
Some people don't have a choice, and I get it. But if you have a choice, it just seems like we are hearing more and more stories about crazy things happening at some of these daycare facilities. You clearly can't just trust all of them.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's no more there's kindercares out there and stuff like that, but those, you can't, so many allegations are going on with these children in these daycares, bro. You don't know who to trust. And I mean, to be totally honest with you, I don't trust nobody. I don't even got kids. I don't trust nobody with my unborn kids right now. You know what I'm saying? Like,
this story is going to make you question whether or not you want other people watching your children. There are claims that a 3-year-old was bitten, scratched, and clawed at an Atlanta daycare here in Metro Atlanta. This was the Sunshine House Early Learning Center in Stockbridge. Apparently, it happened on November 18th.
So they're saying bitten, scratched, and clawed from who, though? Like, is it the worker or what?
They didn't say. But it does say a human bite to the face, multiple scratches, blunt force trauma to her head. Now, they said this incident went on for 15 minutes with no adult supervising.
And I would assume that was then a child, because we would have been hearing about somebody under arrest for abusing a child for child abuse. So I'm assuming that, like one of these other kids were just really roughing her up. And obviously her parents see her and are like, what the F is this?
Yeah, yo, that would have enraged me beyond belief. It would have took all of me not to go in there and fight every single one of them workers. No, the kids. Yeah. No, the children.
Oh,
yes.
The children?
Yes, the kid. Yes. We start there first and then we go to the adults. No, I'm joking. But me and the child's parents would have a super talk. Hey, bruh, like, you can't, what are you teaching your kids at home? I'm teaching my kids to keep their hands off of other children.
Right.
So why are your kids putting their hands on my kids? You dig what I'm saying? Like, no, man, that's an issue. That's a huge issue in the daycare system, that a lot of these people, they put their kids in these daycares and they don't train. You have to train your kid at home first before you put them around other children, because they get around these other children and they literally just do not know how to act because you haven't trained them at the house first. So the first mindset is to let me just throw them in the daycare and like let y'all train them and let y'all handle them. No, dog, it's not and that was my point a while ago when it's like, it's not these teachers and these childcare workers, there's not their place to train your kids.
Yeah.
It's their place there to watch over your children. It's their place to teach your children, but they're not there to train your kids how to act and how to be civilized people. Like, that's just
I'm not here to
them.
raise your child and teach them how to literally be a person. That's your job. You had them. You know, I'm here to teach them whatever math, whatever sharing, whatever, you know, we're doing here in early learning care. I just think it's crazy how much early learning care costs. And I did just look this up. A cheap early learning / childcare center in Georgia can run about $800 to $1,200 a month.
Yep.
And that's especially outside of Atlanta. Costs can get up to $2,200 a month for higher end centers in metro areas. And that's a lot of money per year. Not, you know, we need the breakdown, but like that's a whole rent payment.
Yeah, it is.
Just on keeping your kids somewhere.
That's
you know
wild.
what I mean? I had no idea how much it costs. I don't have kids yet. We don't have kids yet.
Yeah, I used to work at a daycare center. That was one of my first jobs early on, outside of college at least. So I worked there for about 2 years. And I will say that it is a difficult job.
Yeah.
Being there and actually watching over children, especially 3 years old. Like, it's terrible. You can't, as a teacher, you can't necessarily be around the child 24/7.
Okay.
And Dale, why are you looking like that?
No, I'm just thinking about what you're gonna
Why
say.
you want me to argue with you so bad?
No. I'm just thinking about what you're saying.
I just want to. I mean,
No.
it sounds like you need to teach your kid how to fight. How they get beat up
No.
for 15 minutes? No, I'm playing. I swear to God, I'm playing. I swear to God, I'm playing.
I'm
playing. No, but seriously though, that just shows negligence on the people that was there working. We're always taught as a daycare worker to be attentive to the children. You're never supposed to be on your phone. You're always supposed to have eyes somewhere. Either if you're on a playground, you're having your eyes on one end of the playground. You should have somebody else have eyes on another end of the playground. But this isn't an expensive job. Like, they don't pay a lot.
Yeah.
You know?
So
it's a lot of money that does go into it, but like the people working there don't actually see it. So it's like some of there's regulations out there that do say like, hey, you have to meet a certain ratio for children. I worked at a private school, so they had the funds to have enough kids to
adult ratio.
To adult ratio. But from what I'm hearing is like a lot of these places don't necessarily have the funds to do that. So it's an unfortunate situation for sure.
Okay, so with them not having the funds, does that make it that it should be safe?
Well, so, and here's how I see, because I totally see what you're saying. Like, if you have a childcare center and you have whatever low-paid staff, first of all, I don't think you should take the job if you don't genuinely love kids. Like, you shouldn't just take the job just to have the job and be like, bump these kids. I don't really care what's happening. I'm here on my phone, so I don't care. But at the same time, kids are, and I don't mean this like to be funny, but kids are constantly accidentally trying to kill themselves. Like they're always getting into something. And I mean, it happens so quick. And even parents know your kids probably had some near misses at some point or another because kids are just so unpredictable and they don't know what you're doing. So if there's one of you or two of you and 30 kids, how do you watch all of them at once? What if I'm in the bathroom trying to wipe this kid's butt because he's just peed on himself and little girl over here is just getting her behind beat for 15 minutes and oh my God, I can't do it all.
It's a job where you're constantly moving. You always have to have your eyes somewhere else. And I'm paying attention to these kids over here, but I know that these kids over here is going to go crazy. So it's like, it's very difficult. And I'm not saying that they're okay at by any means, but I'm saying like I kind of not necessarily understand, but it's like I can see how it could go that far.
I actually understand a little bit. Not 15 minutes is crazy.
That's a long time, bro. That is a long time.
See, that is negligence. That is complete negligence.
But at the same time, I was also watching kids. They were like, I think under 2. So they were kind of old enough to walk around in some cases. Some of them weren't really that mobile. So actually, they might have been around like 1.5, like almost 1 to 1.5. They weren't babies. They could move, they could crawl, but they couldn't just like fend for themselves.
Yeah.
One of them had crawled up. I was holding one of the kids, and one of them had crawled up on this little wooden, which I don't know why it was wooden, but wooden little play thing. And I could see her moving close to the edge. And I had this thought. I was like, this girl could fall. If this girl in like no time, she could fall. Let me just inch over just a little bit just to get a little closer. And right as I inched, she fell right off the thing with her head going right towards that wooden step. And I threw my hand out and caught her right as her head was hovering over that wooden step. And if I weren't right there, that would have been me.
Yeah.
In the same situation where the people aren't paying attention. How did my kid get hurt? And it's like, bro, these kids are just like, they're oily.
Now here's a question I want to ask to both of you. None of us have children, but in this situation, what would you all do?
Boy.
First, I mean, like as a parent.
As a parent. I mean, that's the only, as a parent, what would you all do?
First, I'm suing everybody.
Okay.
1,000%. I'm suing everybody.
You have to. You have to sue. Not only do you have to sue, of course, you're not going back over there.
Okay.
You gotta, I don't know, man. It's difficult.
I think another question I have, do you speak to the parents of that child, or do you let the daycare handle that?
So I think that was kind of part of what the problem was here with this one. Apparently, Sunshine House does have 24/7 surveillance cameras, and apparently the parents were having problems seeing it.
For sure.
So all you have right now is your kid with all these marks and scratches and stuff on her, and you're looking at them like, well, let us see the surveillance video of what happened. And they're saying no. So apparently the parents had to go through the company's corporate office and the state just to get the footage of what happened because they tried to tell her no.
And that's fishy.
That's crazy.
That's fishy. Why are y'all trying to hold this footage from me trying to see my child get hurt?
You must know it looked bad.
Yeah, bro.
You must know.
Either that or what they did is they sat and watched what was happening. Because I've heard stories about these people, they bring in their other kids to these daycares, and their kids are bad children.
Yeah.
And their kids end up beating up all these other kids, and they sit there and watch their kids beat up these other younger kids because these kids got anger problems or whatever kind of issues they have. So it could have been one of those situations to where it's like, I'm going to sit here and I see what my kid is doing to this 3-year-old, but I'm not going to say nothing.
Yeah.
You know, it could have been one of those situations.
I don't think it's that bad.
Exactly.
No. I can't even go for that. Like I said, you have to be fully attentive when you're in this job.
I get you.
And see, okay. And this is why it sucks to say, but it's like you have to put your kid in an early stage like this. You have to put them in a more expensive school. You cannot cheapen out. I understand times is tough, times is hard, but it's like this is your future.
Yeah.
I cannot stand it because, like I said, I went to a private. I was a private school teacher.
Yeah.
Man, none of this would have ever happened.
Yeah.
Like a kid falls and scrapes their leg, we have to write out a whole entire report for something like that.
Mm-hmm.
It sucks to say, but this is only happening at places where it's the price isn't even there.
And that's crazy because we're still talking about $1,200 as like the cheaper end.
Yeah,
that's a whole rent payment just on your kid.
And as you said that, I was like, dang, that's nothing compared to where I was working at.
And you know what's crazier to me is that I've always thought that's a lot of money. And I don't just see childcare workers walking around looking like they're just big money and big popping. So where's all this money going?
It goes to, and you also make a point, especially with these type of daycare facilities, because they're not, if they're not specified as private, then they're like public. You know, it's tough, man.
I'm asking, where does the money go? And I'm pretty sure it's probably either in the licensing or in the insurance or something like that. But you'd have to make that cheaper for people because that's crazy. If you want people to work and not leave their kids at home or in a car where people then get arrested for leaving their kid at home or in a car, then what do you want people to do? $1,200 on the cheap end is crazy.
It's wild, bro.
It's sad. It really is.
It all boils down to this, man. Do not put your kids in daycare, okay?
If you can help it.
Take that back. No.
I'm a firm believer. This is coming from me. This is not coming from me. This is coming from me. I'm saying do not put your kids in daycare. If you have the ability to keep your kids at home with you from 1 to 5, do it. That's what I say.
I say do not put your kids in a cheap daycare. Try and go the private route. Put whatever money you need to, because also it's very important that these children learn at a young age how to interact with other children.
For sure.
at a young age.
100%.
Studies show that how
I totally agree.
How much more advanced they'll be when they actually get ready for kindergarten.
I totally agree.
Please put them in a private school if you can afford it.
That's just so much easier said than done. If you had a kid right now,
thank you.
If you had a kid right now,
you wouldn't be able to put him in private school.
$1,200 on the cheap end.
Yeah.
Trust me, I'm saying I know, but if it means that I have to cut corners with either a car, I got to get a cheaper car or a cheaper crib. This is your child.
Figure it out.
For sure.
You need to figure it out, because especially if you're going to be working and you're going to be doing whatever you need to do, I understand, but it's like, whatever it is, put that child first.
What happened to just going over to Big Mama house and just having all the kids from the neighborhood get
Big Mama can't
babysit by Big Mama or your auntie? Or what happened to that, man? But I also will say a lot of bad things have happened in those situations as well.
People started suing.
Yeah.
What happened to my kid? Yeah. You were supposed to be watching. And now it's like, you know what? I don't want to deal with it.
Yeah, that's true.
Don't put me liable for anything. It's crazy.
That's true.
Okay. On a lighter note, there's some weird things you can do to end up in the Guinness World Record book. And this is one I did not know was even a thing.
Yeah.
Apparently, 3 friends from Chicago set a Guinness World Record by traveling to every MARTA station in the city in under 3 hours.
I know about 4 or 5 people that did that already, bro. Like, that's the thing I hate about it. These people coming in our city thinking they doing something special, bro. I know about 4 or 5 people. It's a homeless person that do that every day, bro. Like, what are we talking about, bro?
Because when I be taking a MARTA, bro, they be taking a sweet time sometimes, bro. Them trains be delayed. For them to hit every MARTA station in 3 hours. Sometimes it takes me an hour just to get to Atlanta from where I'm at.
Man, there's somebody right now that's doing it at this very moment.
How do you even prove that?
I wonder what time they went, though, because I'm telling you.
3 p.m. They started at 3. They started at 3.
3.
They started at 3 and aimed to finish before 6. And
we talking about bus or train?
This is train.
Okay.
Yeah, it's all the MARTA stations. So they tried to hit the red line, the green line, the gold line, and the blue line. Every MARTA rail stop. And that's all of them. Now, do y'all know anything about that? I mean, you know about MARTA.
What?
Okay,
what?
Do you know about MARTA?
Yeah, I know about MARTA.
Do you?
What do you mean?
I've been on it.
You've been on it?
I've been to the airport from the Midtown station too, and then I've gone to different concerts.
Wait, listen, don't. First of all, don't look at us like that.
Because you're trying to act like I'm bougie. I'm not in Atlanta.
You went for recreation. You went for recreation. You ain't need to go to work or nothing like that.
I needed to go to the airport.
It was a necessity. You had a car.
I didn't want to park at the airport. I was trying to say something.
You ain't see MARTA for real. I'm telling you.
Megan said you ain't see the struggle.
There's a lot of stops from Midtown to the airport.
No, there
it's
is.
like a 20-something minute stop. You see enough. What do you want me to see? I saw enough rats. I saw enough people who look like they might be homeless. I mean, what do you want me to say?
Daniel wants you to live that poverty life with him. He said you really ain't getting out the mud with me. You really ain't have to walk 5 blocks, then get on the MARTA train, then hop off the MARTA train, get on the MARTA bus, off the MARTA bus, catch an Uber to the next MARTA. After that, you ain't have to do none of that.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Have you ever
You're right. You're right.
Have you ever ridden MARTA and then gotten some food after? And then didn't wash your hands? That's how you know you're a real MARTA person, bro.
Yeah.
I got MARTA in me right now.
Yeah, he got MARTA.
God. You okay?
Million nasty, y'all. Nasty, y'all.
That's real Atlanta.
Yeah. He don't take showers. Yeah.
I don't take showers.
That's what he's saying.
Riding MARTA, you don't take showers?
Oh, you got to.
What are you trying to say?
You got to take a shower after you ride MARTA.
Y'all ain't about that life for real, then.
No, we are not. I am not, sir. No, this is a wild story though that these dudes came here because now they're about to go to New York and they're going to try to do it in New York.
I'm mad that they're just Chicagoans.
Yeah.
Get out of here. Somebody from Atlanta should have gotten this. This is a world record.
That's what I'm trying to say. I know for a fact that there's a person in Atlanta that has done this once or twice.
Yeah,
we can do it. Y'all want to try it?
Nah,
we can try and beat the record. Y'all scared of being around the Atlanteans?
No. What, dog?
I don't have time to waste on trying to do this.
I'm also 35, brother. Like, there's no way. These dudes look like they're 20-something, man.
They have nothing, but so is Million. That's why he's saying
live a life, man. Go live life.
Also, I really want to know what made them like. Where did they get this idea from to do?
Where did they get the idea?
Do this?
And how did you know that this was a Guinness World Record to break?
That's what I'm trying to say,
like,
bro.
Where do you guys come up with this stuff? In fact, I actually just looked up weird Guinness World Records, And this is in the How Is This Real Life category. Longest fingernails on a pair of hands ever, which I've actually seen. They look terrifying. Most T-shirts worn at once.
How many?
People have stacked on hundreds, apparently.
Okay.
Farthest distance to squirt milk from the eye.
I thought that was going another way.
This is a family establishment.
Sorry.
You wildin', bro.
Most spoons balanced on the face. See, if I knew that we were going to do this, but I would have probably tried to bring in some spoons or something to see if we could have
beat something.
Yeah, just see what was going on. Largest collection of rubber ducks. Fastest time to eat a burrito. Now you definitely should be in the running for this.
How many seconds? Because I would have did it. I could have did it, bro.
Man.
Yeah, man. There's just weird ways you can actually break records. Apparently.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shout
moving
out to those
on.
dudes.
Yeah.
New comedy club to open at Ponce City Market this summer. Are you headlining?
Yeah, we'll see.
You gonna be there?
Shoot, I wish. I mean, we'll talk to. Shout out to Marshall Childs, man. He is opening up a new comedy club called Whiplash Comedy over there at the Ponce City Market. I am super excited about this club because this looks like it's going to be nothing but a headlining club. It looks like it's just straight headlining. They got 2 rooms. They got the main squeeze room, which seats about 130, and then they have the side piece, which seats about 44. If you get it, the main squeeze side piece.
I see what they're doing.
See what they did there. See what they did.
That's cute.
It's gonna be dope though. I think there's no renderings for it or anything, so it's nothing. You can't see anything. Yeah. But it being at the Ponce City Market location, I mean that's a bunch of foot traffic. So you already have City Winery, which is right there. I think this is going to be on the top of City Winery.
Oh,
yeah. So I think it's going to be on the top of City Winery, which is going to be dope, man. Which is going to be super dope for all the comedians here in Atlanta, including myself. So yeah, Marshall, hey.
No.
Hey.
It's a great spot because there are some comedy clubs in Atlanta where people ask if you want to go and you're like, I don't really want to go over there. And this is prime location. Anybody can go to Ponce City Market.
Yeah,
for sure.
I can't wait. Whiplash Comedy. That is going to be dope.
So do you have to pay usually to get on stage or like?
Negative.
How does that work?
I mean, when you're in LA does a lot of pay to do spots. New York does pay to do spots. In Atlanta, no. It ain't no Atlanta spots.
The only reason why I ask is because that's a prime location right there. The amount of foot traffic is over there.
Yeah, he's not going to, man, you don't have to pay to do stand-up.
No regular Joe Blow is going to just go up there.
What do you mean?
And just at Ponce?
Yeah.
That's wow.
I mean, Ponce isn't, it's not that big a deal.
Yeah.
Ponce, it's okay. It's all right.
How much foot traffic comes from the Beltline?
Ponce is a big, where that club is going to be is huge.
It's going to be huge.
Yes, where that club is going to be is huge. 100%.
I've been to a stand-up comedy special that was in City Winery.
Yeah.
And so I know the area, and in fact, it was packed. But okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to
That's
tell you.
great. That's great.
That's great.
That's great. But it was also because of who it was.
Who was it?
I can't remember. It might have been Dion Cole. I can't remember who it was.
Cole is a monster.
I can't remember who it was. Yeah, it was so funny.
Trust me.
I can't remember who it was.
Trust me. It's only because there's only a few clubs in the city right now. You got Punchline. You got Helium, which is all the way in Alpharetta. You have Laughing Skull. You got Atlanta Comedy Theater. You got Uptown. I mean, it's only like real. I'm talking about real comedy.
What's the one
clubs.
in the airport?
Huh?
Near the airport, not the any airport.
Atlanta Comedy Theater.
I've been there. That's the one on the top floor of that little complex.
Yes.
Yeah.
So in the city, you have tops 5 real comedy clubs, like clubs that are made for stand up. Okay. So this being another comedy club is going to be. It's great.
That's fine.
That's cool.
I think it's dope.
So that's not up and running yet, though.
No,
right?
it should be done by the end of the year. By the end of the year, right, Tommy? Yeah, by the end of the year.
Okay. But things you can do in Atlanta this weekend. I was trying to segue.
No, I like that.
That was cute. I was trying to be cute.
Yeah.
I like that. Lots of cool things to do in Atlanta this weekend. Stevie Aoki is in town. Aoki. I mean to say, you want me to keep going?
That's
I thought
music,
you were going
right?
to take it.
My bad.
You put this whole graphic together. I thought maybe, you want to tell the people yourself.
Goose, half of the stuff I don't know. You know what I mean? I just wanted you guys to know. The Goose Fest 2026 featuring Silly Goose. That's at the Masquerade. It would be in Hale. Steve Aoki, huge fan of Steve Aoki. He is at District tonight, actually. Napoleon Dynamite Live. Now, if you've never seen a movie where they score the movie live, this is that. So you're going to be watching Napoleon Dynamite at the Symphony Hall, and you're going to be watching the movie, and they're going to be playing the music from the movie live.
That's really cool.
That's super dope.
That's really cool.
That's super dope. UPS second Sunday. It was at the High Museum of Art, which is like a family-friendly. It's free, too. If you've never been to the High Museum, please go. That is this Sunday. Napoleon Dynamite is this Sunday, too. Steve Aoki's tonight. Goose Fest is Saturday. And one more family night hike, which is at the Chattahoochee Nature Center. And that is Saturday. All right? So you guys get out. Me personally, I don't like to hike.
I knew you. I was about to say, you don't hike. How does that even make your list?
I'm not. It made my list because I know people like you.
Yeah,
like
I do hike.
And, a few of our watchers are probably hikers, So
that's nice.
Yeah, y'all. These are just things to do this weekend, man. Y'all make sure y'all get out and have some fun and enjoy your weekend. It's going to be wet Saturday, but tonight is going to be dry. But,
come on, meteorologist.
Yeah.
No, you do always just wish you were doing something different.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like not just doing the same old, and you never know what there is to do. There's so much to do in Atlanta. So we just want to let you know before we let you go. Final thoughts? Everybody good?
I'm good, man. I hope you guys have a good weekend.
Yeah.
Thanks.
We're out of here.
Stay safe.
We will see you next week.
Peace.